Hello and welcome back. Today we do another video for our Terraria Helping Hand series as we take a look at some of the mechanicals. First up, Skeletron Prime. Now Skeletron Prime can be challenging for some, but today we're going to break down how to do battle with him, and hopefully this makes your job a little bit easier in taking him down. First and foremost, before we get started, as always, I should state that having potions will give you an advantage. Potions of Iron Skin, Endurance, Regeneration, and in this case, either a Wrath or Rage potion will make the job easier, depending upon which evil you have in your world. If you have a little arena built up, make sure to throw some heart lanterns and some campfires in there as well to get yourself some more health regeneration to keep you in the game. Now as for a few weapon suggestions, let me throw out the melee first. If you have the Dao of Pow, that's acceptable, but anything kind of ranged. Things like the chain guillotines, the icicle, adamantite glaive, titanium trident, even the blade tongue from the hard mode crimson can actually help you in this battle as well. Anything with range that'll get you directly out of harm's way. As for rangers, you can use either the adamantite or the titanium repeater, which one-ever you have. Holy arrows are a great combination with that. The mega shark is another great combination. If you get crystal bullets, they make a big difference as well, doing a nice amount of damage. If you don't have the Mega Shark, the Clockwork Assault Rifle is just as useful as well, with crystal bullets is the same. The Daedalus Stormbow will shred Skeletron Prime, so that's a great option if you've gotten it. My preference would definitely be the Mega Shark or the Daedalus Stormbow. Those are my two favorite ranged options. For magic users, Crystal Serpent will definitely help. Another great option, if it's available, is the Golden Shower for those who have the Crimson. If you have access to patch 1.3, the Meteor Staff is another acceptable option as well. And of course, the Crystal Stormbook as well. Last but certainly not least are the Summoners. Now, if you've already beaten the Twins, getting the Optic Staff will make your job much more easier. Summoning the Mini Twins from the Optic Staff does very good damage, but if you don't have the Optic Staff, the Spider Staff will do just as well. If you get access to the Pirate Staff, that'd be great, though unfortunately the Pirates lack the ability to fly, so that's going to hinder some of their damage dealing a little bit. If you're having trouble with the Twins, we'll talk about them in the next video. When it comes to armor against this boss, it doesn't really matter too much. If you're having a hard time against this boss, adamantite and titanium armor will make the job a lot easier. It really comes down to how well you can dodge the enemy. Coming up on the boss fight itself. Now, some find it very easy to do this in the little area, just making a bunch of platforms allowing the player to move up and down. If you have wings, that can also help as well, but generally, here's what you got going on with Skeletron Prime. You're going to have 4 parts plus the skull in itself. It's very possible to defeat Skeletron Prime without taking any of these limbs out, but here's the order that I usually try to do when doing Skeletron Prime. The first limb I try to take out would be the Prime Saw. That does the most damage of all of them. The next up will be the Prime Laser. This has less defense, but can be very annoying just as well, so getting this out of the way after the Saw is very important. Follow that up with the Prime Vice. The Prime Vice can be not as bad. It basically acts as a melee arm that kind of flails around. Sometimes it can deflect damage though against the head, so that's why it's nice to just get it out of the way. And finally, the Prime Cannon. Now this thing packs quite a punch too, but the grenades it shoots are quite plain and they're easy to dodge, so the Prime Cannon being left for last, it's quite simple. Again, these 4 limbs take up some time, so if you find yourself strapped for time, I would definitely recommend at least taking out the Prime Saw and the Prime Laser, then focusing on the head, as being the Vice and the Cannon are a little bit more easier to dodge than the previous 2. Now, of course, when it comes to the head, I'm sure you're very familiar with Skeletron's spinning attack. Again, with Skeletron Prime, it does more damage, it has more defense, so when you attack it when it's spinning, it's not going to do much. It'll do a little bit, but not much, so at that point, it's probably just better to wait until he stops. Sometimes players experience issues trying to burn him down, especially with all the limbs. There may not be enough time, so that's why I kind of recommend taking off 2 of the limbs, then trying to do damage to get him down. If you spend more than half the night struggling with the limbs, at that point, you're probably not going to have enough time to go ahead and defeat him in the end. With better armor, weapons, and even wings, eventually you'll be able to defeat him without taking any limbs down. Alright, that's going to do it. I hope this video was informative. I hope it gives you a hand in your endeavors against Skeletron Prime. Keep at him, and you'll get him down for sure. Please be sure to rate the video accordingly if this has helped you out. Thank you so much for watching. In the next few videos, I'll try to focus on the destroyer and the twins, of course. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll see you all again next time. The video's over, but there's more where that came from. Be sure to subscribe for more Terraria Let's Plays, Top 5s, and other videos as well as we cover different titles. You can click on one of the videos here for more. Be sure to rate this video accordingly as it helps the channel out greatly. Have yourself a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time.